Good morning. Today is 30th of November and I'm here at the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham for the Classic Car Show, also known as the Classic Motor Show, sponsored by Lancaster Insurance. This is Hall 8 and this is part 6 of a slightly shambolic shuffle. Yesterday I filmed 5 parts, all about 35 minutes long, all in Hall 5. This is actually Hall 8, which is probably the smallest hall that the show has, and it's full of Fords pretty much. Virtually every stand is Ford in here. Now that's not really a problem because my statistics tell me that the most popular video on my channel is the 50th birthday of the Ford Capri at Brooklands, what I filmed in September 2019. And I also filmed a review of not just Capri 2.8 injection back in October 2020, but in May 2019 I filmed a review of a beautiful Mark II Granada 2.8 Gear X estate belonging from Mr. Colton Rubbish Mechanic. Sort of similar to this one. I mean, this is not the same car. It's a similar era on a Y registration, so 82, 83 plate. Personally, if this was my car, I'd probably either go for the original gear wheels on this, or probably some Mark III Granada Scorpio wheels. Cosworth ones are quite nice. This is a manual, so it's quite rare. It's quite rare. Most 2.8 gears for the Mark II, this is a facelift Mark II as well, were automatics. I do like the colour. Wheels not to my taste, but you know, if everybody's got their own things they do, such as this very nice Mark I Granada Gear Coupe N, so 475 plate. I actually don't know what those wheels are off. I think they're from the 1980s or 1990s. I'm not actually sure what those are off. But wow, that's nice. That is a beautiful car. The condition actually of all 3 of these is really, really good. This is another facelifted Granada. I think it's just a 2.8L. So I don't think we have sort of much luxury as you get in something like a Gear or Gear X. Yeah, it's got window winders and cloth seats and things like that. It's nothing too sort of luxurious in this, but absolutely amazing condition. There's some lovely Mark I and Mark II Granadas out there, and this is the Mark I and II Granada Guild, which I think Mr. Colton was a member of as well. But he's obviously at another hall with his Alpha. I do like Mark II Ford Escort RS 2000s, and we've just seen walk past in the video now. We'll have a proper look at them. Obviously, because of the appearance of these in rather just one particular car, Piranha 672R, I think it was, on the genuine plate. The fake plate used in the series was different actually. Because of the appearance of one of these in professionals from 1978 to about 1980, they've become iconic. This one is an R, like the one used in professionals, so 76, 77 plate, T registration, so very slightly different with the Ford badge as opposed to the Ford lettering like that. I think these wheels are really, really nice. So actually, with a sort of fishnet Recaro that you can see there, we can't actually get too close on this stand. Actually, no, but it's open at the side. Let's see if we could have a look. Yeah, so the fishnet Recaros are on that later one. This is an earlier one. We can actually get reasonably close to these two, so I can just. My phone actually has a silicone rubber case on it, so there's no way I can actually do any damage if I get nice and close. We can see we've got the fishnet Recaros in this one, like on the Mark III Capri 3 litre S. I mean, the condition of these RS 2000 is absolutely amazing. Another one from 78, 79. And yes, the underside of that is perfect. Ooh. Yes, of course. Local plate to where I'm from, which is near Southampton I'm actually from, so see a dealer plate from Handy Lennox. Handy Ford is still quite a big presence in the area actually, even now. And I remember 07, 03 from when I was much younger. That engine looks a bit non-standard. Is that actually the 2 litre Pinto, or is that something else in there? Answers in the comments section below. This earlier RS 2000, this is a 7576 plate. It's actually a different colour from that one. This is actually an orange car. It doesn't look orange on video, it looks red. We can see the interior. So this is the interior that looked identical to the car used in the professionals, because that was sort of earlier one without the fishnet seats in it. The colour's really nice actually. Oh, it looks just like the one in the publicity photograph. Brilliant. See, we got some more tasty treats here. The Fiesta's Mark I Super Sport Register. Never driven a Mark I myself. I have driven a Mark II, which is on the channel. It was a 1.1L automatic, which does have some similarities to the Mark I. I think you can like take the doors off the Mark I and put them on a Mark II and stuff like that. So a Super Sport. This is a 1.3 Valencia engine. Actually, this one's also got a 1.3 Valencia. There we go. There's loads of room in there. Even this is one of the larger engines that they put in these. The other one was a 1.6 in a Mark I Fiesta. And that does look very nice. Look round the back. They do look quite similar to an XR2. This is from the sort of facelifted era. These all on a W, so they'll all be 80, 81. Again, the standard of these is absolutely ridiculous in terms of their preparation. They are just utterly perfect. And is that Carla Check interior as well? I'm not sure if they called it Carla Check on the other Ford models, but certainly on a Mark III Capri they did, because that was the project name of the car. Yeah, they are all on a W reg. This one's had a 1.7 put in it. That's probably from a Ford Puma then, if it's a 1.7. I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know much about these things. It looks like there's a load of carbs on there, so maybe it's not an engine out of a Puma. Very nice though. Let's have a look at some XRs then. Ooh. Oh, it's quite a sight. It's very similar to the one that I think Leslie Ash drove in the third series of C.A.T.S. This is a very late one though, it's a G, so 8990, so very late Mark IV XR3i. Again, an absolutely perfect condition. And here is an XR2 with some pepper pot wheels on it. So 384, so one of the last XR2s before they went to the Mark II. And there is the 1.6 in there. It's a North Midlands section of the XR car. And handily here is an XR2, and you can kind of see in there we've got the fancier dashboard and the fancier steering wheel. Get a classic colour. I've got a channel viewer who actually owns owns one of these and has owned it from new. It's sort of like a sort of light blue colour, also on an F plate like this. So 88, 89. I think they were discontinued February 89, so quite a late one. Ooh. Now this is interesting. So this is the Mark III Escort Cabriolet. I think this is the colour of the car that Glynis Barber used in the first, I think it was first two series of Dempsey and Makepeace. I think her car was an 84 on an A. Yeah, looks just like it. Brilliant. C.A.T.S size and Dempsey and Makepeace on the same stand. Wonderful. Something else has sort of caught my eye, so we'll just go back. I mean, there's lots of Mark I Escorts here, RS 1600s and other things, and really nice late Mark I Capri here. It's facelift Mark I Capri with the 3D Jurassics in it. Let's just go and take a look and maybe see what type this is. Capri 3, no, it's RS 3100. I always get that wrong because there are other badges on an RS 3100, but these are very desirable cars now. I think the Mark II is the rarest Capri because it had quite a short production run, but the Mark I's are also rare. Oh, view, this is lovely. Yes, this is what I wanted to film. 1982 Ford Cortina 2-litre Crusader Estate. So a very late one of these indeed. And again, just like so many of the cars that are here, it's absolutely perfect. As Mr. Bill says on the Wales Wheels channel, this could be yours. There we go. That is very, very nice. 2-litre Pinto in here. Plenty of room for it, but you could put a much bigger engine into a Mark V Cortina if you want. There is a Mark IV Cortina on an S plate, so 77, 78 with a vinyl roof, so this would be a gear. So there's a gear on the side. Let's just take this image here, what it is. It's rather nice. It's probably 2-litre, I should think. Wow, look at that, we can gear wood and everything. And an RS steering wheel. The floor's a bit uneven down here, I better be careful. Don't actually want to fall over. Ooh, a two-door Cortina Mark IV. Wow, these are very, very rare. I don't think I've seen a Mark IV two-door for a long time. Again, 77, 78 plate. It's a bit crowded around the back, so I don't think I can get a shot of the rear of the car, but maybe I can have a cheeky look on the interior. Final, wow. No, you don't get a rev counter in this. It's probably an L or something, I imagine. I like those wheels, they're quite nice. From what I remember, you can put wheels like this onto a Mark II and Mark III Capri as well. Saw a lot of them when I was at the 50th birthday of the Capri with wheels like this. Isn't that just amazing? The fake wood and just a little chrome strip on the door card. Somebody's very thoughtfully put rear seat belts in as well. Take a look at the back. Yeah. A 1.6 GL, so W80, 81 Mark V or Cortina 80, depending on what you want to say. Although they came out I think sort of July, August 79, something like that. Mark I RS 2000, quite a late one, 74, 75 plate. Just walk around here without tripping over the stand, which is what happens on this channel. I do like this colour view, it's rather nice. There we go, plenty of gauges and all sorts of interesting things. Does that seat actually recline? Yes, it does. Probably need to just re-angle a bit for me, just not touch it. Mexico. So same as the Cotswold GTUs from Sweeney, so 73, 74 plate. Very green. VX, so probably registered by the Ford Motor Company themselves. Essex plate, left-hand drive, 7071. Escort twin cam. Yeah, these were Lotus twin cam engine. I expect that was fast back in the day. RS 1600. This one is right-hand drive. There we go. Window open so we can take a look. 5-speed gearbox, a dogleg one in this. These Mark I Escorts are now worth an absolute fortune, viewers, particularly those two doors. Ooh. Some Mark III Fiestas here. I've got a friend who loves Mark III Fiestas. I think he's owned 5 of them or something. Ooh. I think we know what this one is. It's an RS Turbo. And so is this one. It's J&K 92, 93, 91, 92. Again, a standard presentation in here is absolutely ridiculous. Nice Recaro bucket seats. I remember these instrument panels in these cars in the dash. Very similar to Mark V Escort sort of dash. It's the same sort of philosophy really, although it's slightly different. You can't. I don't think you can change them or anything. Nice steering wheel in there. Oh, a guard track Escort. Oh yes. These viewers are very, very fast. They're not actually front wheel drive like most Escorts are. The body shell is very different. And lurking under here, we have something rather special. I believe that is a Sierra RS Cosworth engine in there. But I think originally they were a 2.8 Cologne. So that thing, that shift, so it's an 82, 83 plate. I think these were built in 83. I could be wrong though. Another Escort twin cab. Is that a massive sort of inlet manifold on the top of it or something? Answers in the comments section below, viewers. So quite an early Mark I Escort. Little quarter bumpers. 68, 69 plate. These came out late 67, early 68. Can't believe the standard of cars that are here. It's just ridiculous. Oh, 4 probes. Wow. Wonderful. I've not seen one of these in a long time. I think there were 2 engines of these. I think there's a 2 litre and a 2.5. And I recognise that gear lever from the old Mazda 323F that I had that was sort of in the mid-90s. So there are lots of Mazda bits in these. Very Mazda sort of switches and things, because it was very similar to the contemporary Mazda MX-6, and they were built in, I think, Flat Rock in Michigan. So that's a 9596 plate. Not sure about this one. It's got the, they call them the scissor doors. That's quite handy though for staying inside the interior of one of these. And there we go. I really would quite like to test one of these on the channel. I mean, you would have seen at the beginning views, if you've been sort of right from the start, that I do have an email address you can get in touch with me. If you really test your Ford Probe or anything else, then you can get in touch. This one I have a look of. There's the V6 engine. I do like the sound of a nice creamy V6. It's a 24 valve, so it's 2.5. You can tell it's a Japanese-based car because the indicator stops on the right-hand side. I prefer a lighter colour interior though, if it were me. What registration is this? That's an R, so 98, it's quite a late one. Ooh. 280 by Turbo Technics on an E. So production of these finished, the standard 280, 220 Brooklyn, some people call them, in December 86. But that plate is 87, 88. I think the latest Capri of all is on a G, an 89 plate. I bet this thing is fast, viewers. I bet that thing is very fast. It's actually worth more than that £13,603 would have been back in the day. I actually do have a walk around of Capri 280 on the channel that I filmed, I think it was September 2019 as well. Let's have a look at some more over here. Got to sit into some fast Fords. Mark V Escort Cosworth, which is really underneath was actually it looks like a Sierra really, although dash and sort of body shell and things, some adapted from the Mark V Escort. Certainly though, this wing was very unique. It's quite an early one. It's a 92 Sierra Cosworth hatch, I think. No, RS 500. It's a touring car recreation. Oh yes, sir. I did go to Brooklands back in August, and we saw a number of RS 500 Cosworth hatches because I don't remember what the club's called, but they had a lot of Cosworth. I think the Cosworth Drivers Club it was called. Ooh, Mark III Escort Series 1 RS Turbo. Again, like a car that Leslie Ash drove in the second series of C.A.T.S. I called it an XR3i and it wasn't. I do apologise, viewers. I'm going to get complaints. But that was an RS Turbo. This is not a standard though. It's very, very modified, this one. Bet that's a bit quick. Ooh, Mark II Escort RS Mexico. Maybe they don't use the RS badge by this stage. It's 78 only then, if it says they're only made to 78, because it's T78, 79. Don't know what this one is. Has that got a Honda VTEC engine? Yeah, that'll be fast then, dears. P75, 76. A couple of Mark 1s. Don't know what year this one is. I've got a plate on it. This one is an M, so 73, 74. Lots and lots of modified Escorts back there. Let's have just a look at the rear end of these RS Turbos we didn't film earlier on. Can't believe I got that information about the car using catch size wrong. Hopefully you would have kept watching in the comments section. I did correct myself eventually. Mark I Ford Focus RS. These were pretty rare. I think they were made very close to the end of production of the Mark I, so I think about 2004. Maybe that said it's a personal plate, which is 03, but I think it was 2004 only. I could be wrong. Talking of RS 500 Sierra Cross of hatches, here is one. Although I don't think actually that is just a personal plate on it. I thought that was just a show plate, but I don't think it is. I think these were made in 1987 only. Another modified RS 500. And here's another one. Yes, an E, so 87. This is actually after the facelift for the Sierras came out, so they stopped the pre-facelift look. Very similar to it's called the Mercor XR4Ti, which had a different engine in it from this, from what I remember. Well, most Mark I Focus RS is this colour. I think someone's been on a track day in this because they've got some timing gear in it. Oh, we've got another Granada. Oh, this is a Piranha. Oh, yes, not sold anything officially over here, but certainly sold in, I believe it was South Africa. It's a V8 engined Fords from the 70s, Mark I Capri Piranha. That beast did quite impressive power slides. Very rare. So this would have been imported on an R, so 76, 77. Earlier Mark I. Look at that. It's a mean looking car. There we go, built by Piranha. 70, let's get this right, 71, 72 plate on that. Oh, is this a Y register? There's not all Fords in here then. It is a Y register, which caters for very early R50 minis. The Y plate ones, from what I understand, were only, and there's Mr. Richardson's car that I actually filmed for No Budget Reviews. That's actually his car from Furious Driving. The Y registration ones were either press cars owned by BMW, or they were dealer cars. I think one of the main differences is the pedal rubbers or something like that. There's a few, but the consumer cars weren't launched until 51 registration. So if you do find one of these very early ones, I would like it to be a car that was owned by BMW, or it was a demonstrator of some description. And a lot of them were this colour of red with a white roof. So yeah, there is a review of one of these on the channel. Ooh, more tasty treats. A Ford Cortina 1600E. These were generally made quite close to the end of production. This is a 69. Typical colour of the era. It's very nice. It's all the wood dashboard and steering wheel and everything. Lovely. There we we go. '68 Cortina 1600E. Very careful here not to trip over things, as I'm liable to do. Just go around the back as well. There we go. We got loads of wood in this one. Got those wood door caps. I think Jeremy Clarkson actually owned one of these when he was younger. His father and he both owned them. Interesting. Right, we're getting towards the end of part 6, but we will just have a look at some Mark I Cortinas. This one's in 1966. There's original invoice in there. Oh, it's a Cortina 4-door deluxe. I think this would be either a 1.2 or 1.5. Yeah, it's a facelift one. What's this one? So this is a pre-suffix one, so before about 1964. Sometimes that they didn't actually use the suffix letters until 64, 65, so sometimes they are a little bit older. But yeah, it's a pre-facelift, that one. So what's this lovely blue one? Another pre-facelift one, pre-suffix car. Again, oh, very nice. The Consul Classic and Consul Capri were a total failure, but the Consul Cortina was not. Anyway, I think we've got some other things to look at in part 7. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video and comment below. I should tilt that up. My hand's already getting a bit tired. Yes, there you go. There's evidence of it being a slightly shambolic shuffle because it's a bit rubbish, because that's what it's like. Anyway, we'll see you in part 7.